What's up guys, it's Neri, and today on ZOWIE's Esports Academy, I'm going to teach you how to master the map with Sova. Okay, so we're going to start with the defense side on Haven. Usually on CT side, you're going to be playing a lot of A, so you need to know the lineups for, inside lobby if you want to get early dart info. So usually I just line up with this like little tile. 2 bounce charge, I aim somewhere directly under like this tile, and I full charge double bounce, and it should land up here, scanning all of lobby. Even if there's like a Viper wall here, it'll scan people all the way here just because it's so high up. And yeah, it's like the most basic dart, gets the most value. It's pretty easily breakable. There's probably ones you could throw that land here, but it's pretty good for what it does. Lands really fast and it's safe to do. Can't get killed while you're doing it, so it's usually the go-to dart. Obviously other darts you could just be peeking out and just shoot it instantly. Like so the barriers here, you just charge, shoot it, it's fine. And then also if you don't want to dart and you want to save your dart for later, because the timer is going to be very long now, it's 60 seconds instead of 40. You can just use a shock dart at the start, which is what I like to do a lot. Just 1 bounce shock dart, aim at this box, you shoot it, and it lands right in this corner. It does a lot of damage, especially to people coming out. And if you're playing it's a neon, you can just like shoot it against the ground because he's gonna be out faster. So you wanna make it sure it lands quickly. There's not a lot of other darts you can do from A, but obviously like you can just do this dart, but it's like random. You don't have to do it. If you wanna just start towards short, it lands in the same spot. And that's pretty much like all the A darts. And then obviously since you're gonna be playing this position a lot, and they might rush C and say you save your dart, you can just like line up in this corner. I don't really have a lineup for this, to be honest. I kind of just aim like, I put my bar like with this thing and I just 3 charge it. So not full charge, but 3 charge, and it should land on the C site somewhere. Yeah, it lands right there. And yeah, those are like pretty much all the darts you need to know for playing on A. Usually you're gonna be playing A the whole half, so pretty important to know them. On attack, you're gonna be pretty much doing the same couple of darts. I personally like doing this dart a lot, just like a insta click dart. You can throw it better, but it lands here and just insta scans really fast for the short players. And then obviously for long, I aim like kind of like right here, and I just 1 charge it, and it lands on the corner of long. And it's just like the basic info darts for getting A long info, A short info. Obviously there's more intricate darts you can do, but to be honest, in ranked, these darts are gonna get a lot of value anyway. Usually for mid, you don't do a lot of darts. And if you're gonna start mid, I guess one of the best darts you can do if you want a fast garage open is that you can just line up like with this wall. You just stay on the right on the edge, and wait a minute. Yeah, you stay right on the edge. You aim at this square, like the bottom right of this square, full charge, and it should go inside garage. And it's just a really fast dart that you can get off. And if you have a neon, you can just run up, know it's clear with a smoke here. You just aims at this, and it's a good take. And then obviously C exec, if you're gonna start C. You can obviously do 1 of 2 darts. If you're not like planning to exec C, you can just aim it here and just dart on the wall. Scans everything close, gives you enough space to, grab the orb if you want. And then exec dart, you'd line up with like this part of the wall, or I do at least, maybe it's not the best. Full charge, you aim like a little bit above this lip, you dart, and it should land on this corner. And it scans all of sight, and it's a really strong dart. Those are pretty much like all the basic darts you need to know. There's obviously some darts you can learn if you go up long, but in terms of opening, those are like the darts you need to know. I think the ideal time of using your drone, I would say it's not super important against most rifle rounds, but against oppers, it's really important that you can get value out of your drone and be able to drone in like good spots. On Haven specifically, a lot of the time if you don't start A, a lot of the enemies are going to be close, and your dart is not going to be able to scan a lot of this stuff. So whenever like your dart is not going to get the best value, your drone is going to get the most value, right? So you always want to use drone when you have to clear a lot of angles. So like a lot of people will do this drone, clear lobby, clear the coast angles, check this, and then check close left. And then now they know like close long is clear, their team can scale up. Other like uses of this would be like somewhere like garage. Like obviously we can do the dart that lands in there, but you drone garage. You just check everything. You can check this. You can go through window, scan a player here. Now they have to back up. Your teammate can get in the window. It's really strong. But a lot of the time you just want to use your drone in places where you can't clear everything with your dart, or it's very risky to like just walk in. It's like if you're walking in garage and you can use a drone here, and if you think someone's in here, you always want to use a drone, always. So late round, if you end up in a situation, say you guys go like fast B and you have your drone, personally, like say your teammate, you just instant exit B, you do this dart or whatever, and your teammates are in B and you still have your drone, I like to drone garage. Maybe not exactly from here, but I'll just run up and drone it. So my teammates are planning on B, they have the site, and I'm just droning garage instantly to check C-Link and check garage to know that, you know, we don't have to watch garage and we can go and like, I can come back up top B and worry about this, and then maybe our window player, he doesn't have to watch this, he's just watching his flank and just playing really passive, and it gives us a lot of space. And obviously if you have drone in any 1v1 situation, you're just gonna win it, because you're gonna get the tag off almost guaranteed, and you're just gonna win the round. If you have post plant C long and you just use the exec dart or whatever, and you're bottom C, you're playing passive, you're letting your teammates fight on site, drone, the guy's 1v1 or whatever, you just tag him, can't win the round, you just full scan, you can't stick. And yeah, it's like the best way to use the drone. There's two ways to use the Sova, in my opinion. Obviously, you can use it very proactively, and you can use it very reactively. So, proactive way to use Sova is something we would do a lot in 2025. I would just insta-drone this and look for the scan tag on the enemy Sova here, and you know, I would just ult him instantly, because I'm pretty good with the ult, and when you're a certain range away, your ult moves faster. So think about it as like a line. Like you're ulting in a straight line, the farther it is away, and if you turn, it moves farther. So when you're this far away from an enemy and the enemy's right here, and he's full scanned, you can fully track him and he can't get away. Like he just can't get away. That's like the best way to use a Sova ult proactively. And then obviously, this will happen a lot C, like say you're 7 of 8 on your orb, and you do the C exec, whatever, and then you grab this orb after your team has taken the site, or you scale up and plant the bomb, and you just come back along, and your teammates are fighting for the site, they're stalling as much time as possible. You have another teammate with you, and they tap the spike, you just ult, and it's pretty much round secured depending on how the round went out. And those are like the two best ways to use a Sova on this map. On defense, it's a bit more complicated because there's not always the best ults. Obviously, you can use it proactively. I would say like one of the only ways to use it proactively is just, you would stand in this corner, do this dart, and it lands like outside lobby. I don't even know if that's a good dart, to be honest, I'm not even lying. But you can just ult the people in lobby, and you can also do the same thing from C-Link. Definitely easy ways to use Sova ult proactively on this map specifically, maybe on other maps. And then also, again, reactively, you can just, they tap the spike, you ult, your teammates run in, and then you're getting a lot of value out of your ult. I would say you would always want to use it like on a retake or proactively. It's very hard to use a Sova ult just like randomly. Obviously, you can do the same thing on attack, like you can go for a drone tag, tag somebody, back up, ult, and it will get value. But usually you just want to use it to either make a play around the map, or you're just using it to deny plant and flood on the site. I think one of the most important things, and it's not just Sova, it's with a lot of agents, is know when you need to use your util and to know when to not use your util and be like a body and look to fight. I think a lot of people, especially newer players in the game, they see all the util on the bottom of the screen, they're like, I need to use my util. So they'll start A, they'll throw their shock dart, then they're gonna dart or whatever, and like the whole time, they're just util out and they're not like putting themselves in a good position. So I would say the biggest thing is knowing when to, you know, have your gun out and like really take fights and just try to win space without using your util. Your util is super important, but there are times to use it, like very specifically. So a lot of the time you're putting yourselves in bad positions to throw your util, or your util timing is not great, so you're just not getting a lot of value out of your util. Versus like you're saving your util and your gun out. If somebody like makes a mistake, you need to be ready to like shoot them. You can't always be in a situation where you're gonna drone for your teammate or dart for your teammate and your teammate's gonna do something. Sova's a very selfless agent. So you're always gonna be in situations where you're gonna be throwing util for your teammates, but at the same time, you have to be able to fend for yourself. And that's not gonna be with your util. All right, guys, that's it for my episode of ZOWIE Esports Academy. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the ZOWIE YouTube channel. and I'll see you guys next time.